Alright, hello. I'm gonna call this a pajama party trimming session because I'm still in my super glorious pajamas. I think last time I might have just taken a video of one mug I threw, and here I have 6. So I'm gonna start trimming those up and then hopefully maybe have a shower and then pull some handles. So here we go. Alright, so there we go. We've got 6 freshly trimmed mugs right here. 6. And next I'll be pulling handles. Now luckily I'm doing this in my parents' basement. So it's cold, it's damp. These won't dry very quickly. In fact, I left them uncovered overnight and they were on the still a little bit on the damp side for trimming, but I prefer that because then I can kind of throw the bottom if I need to a little bit. The bottoms were all quite thin on these ones, so I didn't do a whole lot with them. Anyways, yeah, now I'm gonna go take care of this greasy hair, and then I will pull some handles. Which, if you've seen the Great Pottery Throwdown, you'll know there are inappropriate jokes there everywhere. So, look forward to that. Okay, I'm back. So now I am going to pull some handles, and that's it. And this is kind of, I guess, my first full video, so maybe I will talk about myself. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the handles go and if I can multitask like that. But anyways, here we go. Pulling handles. So I've got a nice bucket of water there. That's all that is for the pulling here. So here we go. So this clay here is M340 S, I think, speckled. Yeah. So I guess a little bit about myself. I don't know at what point you can call yourself a paleontologist, but I have a master's degree in evolutionary biology. I'm thinking of going back for the PhD. I just have to get some papers published and wait for COVID to just kind of end. That'd be nice. I published my first authorship this year. Got a tattoo of it. Don't know if you can see. It's crassy dryness. It's kind of hard. That'll be upside down. Crassy dryness. And so one of these mugs is actually, I think, gonna have a tetrapod on it. One called Telurpaton. But anyways, I'm not doing that right now. I finished my master's almost a year ago now. And then I had to move back in with my parents. So that's a bit about myself. Alright, so here I am cutting that handle that I just pulled. And I'll pull more from this. And let's take the short one here. I'm going to choose a spot to attach the handle. Usually it doesn't matter too much. But if there's some imperfection, I can cover that up with the handle. So I'm just going to rough it up here. And rough up the corresponding spot on this pulled bit. And let's see if I can bring that, there we go. And just really work that in there. So anyways, yeah, I have a master's degree in evolutionary biology. Currently, though, I work as a COVID tester. You may see me around if you need a COVID test, especially if you work in the movie industry, which here in Vancouver, a lot of people do. So yeah, I've really been working on handles for a little while now. I was usually kind of afraid. I have a dog hair gets in everything. I was usually kind of afraid to pull off of the mug, but I've seen so many videos of people doing that, and I just think, I don't know, it makes it more fluid with the mug, if that makes sense. But I still haven't got them perfect, so every mug is still a bit of a practice mug, let's be real here. Anyways, there we go, that looks pretty well attached. And now I can put this groove in here. Just to make it a bit comfier to hold. And see if I can lengthen it a bit. Just a little. I want to try and get it an even thickness. So I've had issues with that in the past. And I can also add a little more cleanup later. But hey, that looks pretty good. So now, gotta figure out where to attach that. Does that look good? You know what, maybe I should pull it a bit more. And get as much length out of it as I can. That looks good. Yeah, not too bad, I think. Just going to scooch that up a little and rough this up. Add a little bit of water. It really helps if you can keep your hands kind of dry, but that's really hard considering I was just pulling all that water. All right, and let's see. Oh gosh, okay. I have to make my hand rims a little wider so my hand can fit in there. But I'm just going to give that a little push. And I've decided I think that looks really cute when it has a little bit of a, like a thumbprint in there. I don't know. I might change my mind, who knows. Right now, I like that. And I'll just try and make this have a bit more, I don't know, upwards pop. Oof. That does not look happy. It's cracking. The clay, that is. That might have been a bit too wet. Anyways, there's one handle. Not too bad, I don't think. Could be worse. Okay. Moving on. Okay, so yeah, so I studied paleontology, well, evolutionary biology in Calgary for a couple of years. I've got a couple of papers with my name on it, but only one first author. Still working on the other one. I tried to submit it to Nature, which got rejected, which was hardly surprising. But then, a few weeks later, a paper came out with similar subject material. They didn't use the analyses I did, like the methods. They came up with kind of a similar idea, but they interpreted it differently. They made extra assumptions, which frustrates me. But also motivated me a little bit to work on the paper. My paper, that is. So, yeah, if you want to talk paleontology stuff ever, I don't know, send me a message in the comments. Isn't that what people say? Okay, that I think looks alright for a handle. So again, I'll just cut it off right there. Oof. Plop that down. Plop that down. Rough up a spot for it to go. So I guess I worked mostly in early tetrapods. I did help with one, I think just one, find up in the Rocky Mountains of an ankylosaur, or was it a nodosaur? I think it was actually a nodosaur. Never mind. A nodosaur. Yeah, but I mostly do early tetrapods, which are, you know, millions and millions of years older than dinosaurs. Therefore, way cooler, right? Yeah. Usually when I throw, you'll find me, at least recently, to give myself motivation, if I'm listening to Sawbones or My Brother and Me. I started out with Sawbones because, yeah, history and science are my things. I have a minor in history from my undergrad degree. But yeah, if I ever have headphones on or there's something playing in the background, it's most likely one of those two podcasts. I just really enjoy them. The funny history of science especially is like, oh, so great. In fact, when I did a lot of my history essays for my undergrad, they involved science in some way. So like, I did a thing on Burke and Hare and body snatching in Edinburgh. I found a nursery rhyme about it, which is pretty cool. What is it? Up the something and down the stair, but the ben with Burke and Hare. Burke's the butcher, Hare's the thief, knocks the boy that buys the beef. So Burke and Hare were the body snatchers. Dr. Knox was an anatomy guy in Edinburgh. And so body snatching was like common, you know, in graveyards and stuff. There's an excellent Sawbones episode on it, and I loved it very much. Sydney McElroy is like probably my hero now. My ex-boyfriend and I would have made an excellent Justin and Sydney podcast, but whatever, he messed that up. Anyways, body snatchers, so yeah, they take bodies from graveyards, you know, recently dead, and sell them off to the anatomists in the university. How else are you going to learn about human anatomy without the real body, the real thing? I would not trust a doctor who has not opened up a dead body before, or a live body. Probably dead, though. Anyway, so Burke and Hare were infamous because at a certain point they started killing people instead of just snatching bodies from the graveyard. Now, I do believe it was Burke who got, I don't know, capital punishment, I guess you could say, for it. So he was sentenced to death. And Burking became, I don't know grammar, an adjective, a verb, a noun. It became the thing, like, there were bills of people finding bodies that had been burked. They found them in pickle barrels or whatever. So burking became referred to as when somebody murdered somebody to sell their body to an anatomist. So there's a fun fact for you. I do believe they also have a book found in his skin somewhere in Edinburgh because that was a thing they did. It's great. I feel like I was going somewhere with that story, but I think that's it. Birkin hair. Yeah. But hey, you have to learn how bodies work as a doctor, especially. I myself have opened up a cadaver and it's super, super interesting. I did not murder anybody. I hate that kind of stuff. I used to work with mice, and as soon as I had to kill 2 mice myself, I mean, the research I was doing was fascinating, but as soon as I had to kill 2 mice, I was over it. Okay. Now this one I don't know if I left enough, so I might just kind of blend it into the bottom. Yeah, I think so. Anyways.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Alright, so now I'm gonna add some cute little cookie cutter shapes to my mugs.